All right. What's up, guys? We're back. Two things. For the last couple of videos I did, I was looking at the wrong camera the whole time. So if you are wondering what the deal is there, that's the deal. Second thing, I tweaked some settings, so hopefully this video will be a little higher quality. And this video is the breakdown for the song 100 Plays, the new version of it, which I think the original version of 100 Plays kind of had the most wasted potential. I love the melody of this song a lot, and but I felt like sorry, my dog, somebody had the absolute audacity to walk by my house, and my dog took great offense to that. I feel like the mix let down the idea of this song on the last version, so I think this version's a lot better. This song started with the idea, just the main melody and lyric idea, like, you look like you've got some expensive taste. I got shit online that's like 100 plays. And those, I think I just messed up the lyrics, but like, that's the idea. And those lyrics were for the pre-chorus of an unreleased song that I wrote, but I just liked them a lot. And so obviously much better than like the entire rest of that unreleased song. And so I reused them here, and I kind of built the whole rest of this song around that line. And there's a lot of cool things in this song. This, again, I used a few samples in this one, really mostly like percussion samples, that I guess we'll listen to. So it's like early-ish, and not really, but like early to be recording a video, so I'm still kind of getting with it, but we're gonna roll with it. So I'm gonna play kind of the first part of this. I'll play it like I'll play like the verse, and then like through the or not the verse, the intro, and then like through like the main drop, or at least part of the main drop.
You look like you've got some expensive taste. I've got shit online with like 100 plays. I don't do this often, but go check my page. I mean, it's probably nothing, but I might be the next big thing. 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 I can make you.
So I think that hits a lot harder than the original version, and a couple things I did to achieve that is, one, I just mix it better. I mentioned this in another video where I feel like I used to have this thing where people would always say like your drums are too loud, and so I kind of like overcompensated in my mixes and made them too quiet. And now it's like, I don't care if they're too loud. I would much rather my drums be too loud. Like, it sounds better to me. So I did that, and then I also changed the main kick and the main snare sound in this song, which I just think fit a lot better. They hit a lot harder. So I like that. So I also really like the just the first little percussion thing here. So basically I just chopped up a couple of different samples, and I like panned them slightly. And so this kind of adds just like a really subtle kind of vibe for the intro, and then when everything comes in here, I forget if I talked about this in another video or not, but I really like sampling just like my like mouth sounds. I know that sounds weird, but I particularly for percussion. So like I have like, and then obviously with a heavy delay on there, just to add like a groove. But I might be the next big thing. It sounds like I have that like shaker egg somewhere in here. I'm not fully. Is it this? This says it's a sample. There we go. Maybe I didn't. Maybe I just found a sample of a shaker and I didn't use my shaker. But say tomato, potato. It's all the same. It achieves the same result. So anyway, so that's the drums. The bass for this song, to be honest, the way it's structured the way it is, the reason why it's structured the way it is because I just felt like I couldn't make the bass like work in a way that I really liked in the verses. And so the solution for that was just to not put bass in the verses, which I also think serves to make like the chorus / drop, whatever you want to call it, hit a lot harder. And the bass pretty much just follows the main like chords. I guess you'd call this like future bass. Maybe. I'm not like an EDM subgenre aficionado. I know there's like a trillion of them. But I would maybe call this like future bass-ish. So I'll just play like the main like drop part just without the drums or the vocals or anything. Apparently I put that, it's me singing, that's a vocal, but I used a plugin called Little Alter Boy to get that like low voice effect. Apparently I bust that with the rest of the music because I felt like it was more a musical element than a vocal element, which I do sometimes. Because it is. I feel like it doesn't matter. I'm saying words, but like it doesn't matter. It's part of the vibe. It's part of the music. So that's why I did that. You can also hear without the drums, you can hear some of like, you can see I even named them like spicy chords. Like these have like an egregious level of saturation on them. Because so I recorded a version of this video before that didn't work. Like it like died halfway through the video, so I'm trying to remember like if I already said stuff. But like this song was a little uncomfortable for me to like put together and mix because I'm not super used to mixing songs with no guitar. Usually guitar just fills the sonic space of particularly a chorus in a way that I think makes it hilariously easy to mix. This song doesn't have guitar. So I was trying to figure out like how to fill that space, and the way I got there, you know, you can argue if it was successful or not, was I like heavily distorted, heavily saturated a couple of these like swells, these like these synth chords. And you can hear it's almost like a little buzzy sound, which I kind of like. It's kind of like ASMR-esque. And then behind everything, there's like a pad, which is literally the only main instrument throughout the verses, which is also not something I do super often. An arpeggio comes in here like halfway through this second verse, which is pretty subtle, but you know, just keeps it interesting, even if people don't like fully hear it, they'll feel it. It'll just make it seem like, oh, it's not the exact same thing for longer than like 10 seconds, which is not necessarily like a rule I have or anything, but it's, I think, a good switch things up is my point. Again, not advice, but like that's what I like to do. And then we have the vocals, which, like I said, I love this melody and I love these lyrics. I just think they're kind of like goofy and funny. I'm gonna solo these out. But it's nothing crazy.
You look like you've got some expensive taste. I've got
heavy on the auto-tune. I just feel like that was the vibe for this song.
I don't do this often, but go check my page. I mean, it's probably nothing, but I might be the next big thing.
Heavy on the delay throw there. That's almost like part of the music, like of the vibe.
But I might be the next big thing. I can make you a
also, you might notice I mentioned in another video for my song Energy, like I left a lot of like the breaths in because it's a song called Energy. I feel like that like adds a lot of energy. For this song, I like didn't do that. Like there's breaths in there, but like they're not like in your face, just because this is much more of like a pop song, which I feel like you know, it's just a vibe. Like you don't want to hear like it every 5 seconds in a pop song, especially if it's like a cleaner-ish sounding pop song. Like this is not like super gritty or anything. I don't know if there's anything else necessarily. Oh, there's like a there's a million gang vocals. I guess I'll play it for anyone who might be curious about like how this sounds. This is all just me. Every musician does this. Or, you know, often you'll get like a group of friends over to do this, but like at the time I was like, I just want this done, so I just did it. So let you hear how this sounds. The move is, so I wish I could credit this, but like I saw a TikTok a couple months ago where this guy had like the most incredible advice for gang vocals, which is the secret to good gang vocals is having somebody in the gang who can't fucking sing. So that is also the secret to, if you're doing it yourself, like do different voices, do goofy voices. Don't worry about being like super pitch accurate. I think so. You'll see, like, I'm not the best at like labeling. These are all labeled no auto-tune. I'm quite sure none of these have auto-tune. Maybe they do. But we'll find out together.
Years used to seem so long. We all thought we were in love once. We all remember how it felt to be so wrong. We were all young ones. We all remember how the years used to seem so long. We all thought we were in love once. We all remember how. We all remember how. We all remember how.
So you can hear, I mean, clearly soloed. Clearly it's all just me. I think for one of them or a couple of them, I did I used that little Alter Boy plugin and I made them like really low. But then I put that really low in the mix because I felt like it felt weird. Like it's just like unnatural. Like you can obviously tell like human beings don't sound like that. But it got the effect that I was looking for. And then I guess the last thing, this last pre-chorus is just the same as the chorus, basically, music-wise, but with stuff like cut up and cut out.
You look like you've got some expensive taste. I've got shit online with like
there's no bass here. The drums and percussion. Oh, there is a guitar. I lied. There is a guitar in this song, but it's guitar feedback. Forgot about that. And then gotta have the last chorus ad-libs. That's a thing that I love to do.
But I might be the next big thing.
And then the way this song ended, actually, I was struggling with how to end this song, and that was a suggestion from a friend of mine named Tommy, who I am actually helping record their album right now. So I'm gonna, once that drops, I'll put that information in the description of this video, so check that out as well, because it's coming out amazing so far. But I think that is going to do it for 100 plays. As always, if you have any questions about anything, or if you want me to like go more in depth into anything, let me know in the comments. I'm happy to do that. I'll either respond in a comment or I'll make another video, because the algorithm needs to be fed, unfortunately. So we got to make those videos. But yeah, thanks for watching. We got one more video to go if you're watching this series in order, and we will do that. I'm going to record that right now. So thanks for watching.